Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment, another episode, another thing, a portion of Fearful Harmony. Today, we have a very special guest, as per usual. Content creator, plush enthusiast, creator of the color orange. We have Bizabizow?
You're like one of the only people who's ever gotten that first try.
No, also known as Ty, also known as Homer J. Simpson, I think, that one time. Was that you? That was you, right?
What was
You're Homer.
Yeah, I'm basically Homer at this point, yeah.
Basically. No, I was like watching The Simpsons the other day. It said like credits like Bizabizow.
I think it
Homer
did.
Simpson.
No,
well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I had some of my guys like go in and edit some stuff.
Why haven't more people talked about this? This is kind of crazy.
I know, it's wild.
So, well, maybe we don't mention. We keep on the DL. But anyways, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great.
That's great. So for anyone who might not be familiar with what you do, you just kind of want to give like a brief. Well, besides what I said, I guess. I'm sure you have other things to say. But
yeah, I do YouTube. I do lots of different videos, but I guess the one I'm most known for are my FNAF plushie redesign videos. That's not the only thing I do, but yeah.
So like, what kind of got you started on just like YouTube in general? I feel like everybody always like, at least around, I would assume we're around the same age-ish, maybe. Unless you're like in your late 30s or something.
No, I'm 24. So.
Okay, yeah, you're just like a few years older than me then.
Yeah,
but like, I feel like a lot of people around our age, like we always just start up uploading like whatever on YouTube. But what kind of got you started as like a content creator almost?
Yeah, around like 2020, 2021, I like got Adobe Premiere, which if you're someone out there that wants to start, don't get Adobe Premiere, get something else.
Or get it.
Yeah, get it. Yeah, with big old quotation marks.
Get it.
But I bought a little dinky Yeti mic. That's what I used for a while. And I was like, I want to make videos. So I had several videos that I started like working on, and didn't finish. One of them was actually a FNAF iceberg. So that kind of tells you the time period. It was like it was like just around the time when that started. And I was like, oh, there's not really any good FNAF ones. I'm sure there's billions by now, but
oh yeah. But are they good?
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it's iceberg content. Is it good?
I call it,
Can it be
like,
good?
I think I call it second monitor content because it's always like what's on my second monitor while I'm like working or like doing homework or something like that.
Yeah, no, I listen to that shit too. I'll put on iceberg sometimes, but yeah, I ended up thinking of the plushie idea, and I just kind of started drawing that and working on it, and then I uploaded my first remaking FNAF Funko plushies. And
how long ago was that?
That was 2021, so that was like 3 or 4 years ago. I think 3 years.
Damn. I don't think I was following you at the time. I kind of like I would just like see your videos like in my recommended because I was really into FNAF stuff, especially early 2020s. And I remembered I watched one of your plush redesign videos. It might have been that one because it was a long time ago.
I see.
That's weird to think about.
That is wild, yeah.
I wasn't diehard Bizabizow from day one, unfortunately. I apologize.
That's okay. Well, real diehards know that I did dinky little YouTube poops before that even happened. So
that is incredible. Oh my god, you gotta like explain like what some of those were, please.
I have some really old ones that are like privated now. But I uploaded a couple of stupid ones. One of them was a Snap Cube one. I was a big a Snap Cube watcher back then. And there was some other like silly ones. I don't know. But that's kind of my start in editing was doing YouTube poops because those have always been a favorite thing of mine. Yeah,
no, I remember I was a really big fan of like Vine Sauce, like those guys.
Yeah.
And there was a bit in one of Varg Skeletor's Windows Destructions where he used Windows Movie Maker to like make an old one, and that got me really into making like old like Hotel Mario. I mean, you could probably tell I was a Joel fan when I was a kid.
No way. Look at that little guy. That's amazing.
I mean, he introduced me to Bonzi, but the tattoo artist was laughing the entire time.
That's a great tattoo.
I had to explain to him, my camera is not centered. I just realized that. I had to explain to him what it was, because he was like in his like late 30s, early 40s. He had no clue what that was.
That's so funny. Just be like, it's a little monkey fella. Just a crazy little character.
I'd like to think I'm the only human being on this planet with a Bonzi Buddy tattoo, and I'd like to keep it that way. But I was like obsessed. I wrote a whole paper on him when I was in middle school.
Wild.
I was really into like viruses and stuff, and just like the concept of viruses and what they would do to your computer. I would run virtual machines and then just mess them up. I think part of that was also because when I was a kid, I would like kill the family computer on accident.
Oh,
and it kind of like grew into like an infatuation. But anyways, so I was saying I got sidetracked.
No, you're good.
I would do like Movie Maker in like 2018, and then just make like the most like horrendous, like incomprehensible, like doesn't even make sense YouTube poops. It'd just be like,
hell yeah.
I think I did one where it was just like 3 minutes straight of like the A Luigi, but it was just a different effect, like combination every single time.
I love that old era where there weren't really like jokes. It was just kind of like throwing effects into the timeline. It's classic.
Do you have any favorites? I'm curious.
I'm a big Crobo Productions. Obviously, is the big
that's a name I have not heard in a long time.
Yeah. Fesh Pincer are probably the best ones. Those are classics. I also enjoy Da Things. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I think so, maybe. I knew a lot of channels like when I was younger.
Yeah.
I would follow them religiously.
Yeah, she did like the How It's Made ones and the Price is Right. I think it's called Price is Right. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Those are her big ones, but yeah.
Maybe. Mine was like Captain, I think it was like Captain Duck Turd or something like that. Maybe that's what it was.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
I would watch a lot of SpongeBob ones. Those were some of my like absolute favorites. That Truder Mark was one of my big ones from back when.
I remember them, yeah.
And then a lot of the collabs that they would do. I think Emperor Lemon headed a lot of them, but he wasn't the I think he was my least favorite out of like all the collabs he would do. And if you've ever gone back, because I have, and watched some of his, they don't age very
well. Like 90% of YouTube poops I watched in the day are like riddled with slurs and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it sucks too. There was one me and my brother like absolutely loved. It was a Drake and Josh one that Emperor Lemon did, and we like would like quote it daily. And then maybe like a year ago we like revisited it. We're like, all right, let's watch it. This is great. And it's just like.
I've had that too, where I've like my girlfriend or something. I'm like, I gotta show you this like classic one. And it's just like all this like racism and horrible shit.
That's a classic.
You did remind me of something when you said collabs. I had a very old. It's one of the privated ones on my channel, but I actually entered it into a collab, and it's. Let me see if I can find that. It was like a FNAF white like YouTube poop collab from like way back in the day. I don't even remember who uploaded it. I'll have to look for it later. But
that's good.
You can see Bizabizow in some old like 10-year-old video. Wild to think about it.
Yeah, no, as some of my favorites I do still revisit, and I can't remember how I found them. There's just one channel, and it sucks because he deleted most of them. And there's like one or two like that are re-uploaded somewhere, but most of them are just gone. And he would do the Marvel movies, like the MCU, like he did an Infinity War one. And to this day, even though I watched it like 6-7 years ago, I still quote it with my brother all the time. I quote it with my partner all the time. It's called like, it's like a dumb title. It's like Infinity War 6-9 or something like that.
I see.
Oh my god, it was some of the funniest shit ever. He did a Captain America one. Have you ever seen oh god, what was it, Winter Soldier? Like that movie?
I saw it like way back in the day.
Yeah, there's like a part where There's a part where he's like, you should be ashamed of yourself. Take another laugh. He like says as a joke because Captain America was like, I only did so and so, but in the YouTube poop he just keeps saying take another laugh, and he just keeps running around.
I love that stuff. It's so
it's
good.
crazy how simple the humor. It's repetition. Repetition gets me so bad, and I don't know
I'm the same
why.
way. I'm the exact same way.
But anyways, I could talk about YouTube poops like for forever, but I probably.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm thinking about it. I'll send it to you after. You need to watch it. It's so goddamn funny.
Oh yeah, please
I
do.
hope it's still funny. I maybe watched it like last year. For all I know, maybe it's riddled with like horrific stuff, but let's hope not.
I'm good at looking past that and just watching videos, you know.
Anyways, so you mentioned earlier you kind of got like not started. You transitioned into like FNAF plush kind of like content, not like entirely, but what you started doing. Do you like do you like FNAF? Like like do you do like mostly, because I think I've tuned into like one or two of your streams, but like do you do like a lot of FNAF stuff in general? Is it just kind of isolated to like the plush stuff, or
yeah, I mean I've been a big fan of FNAF since like middle school. There is a period of time where I was like, oh, that's cringe. And then like when I got into high school,
we all went down
like,
that pipeline.
Yeah. I was like, no, I was onto something. I like this.
You know where it all like turned around? Like, remember how like Minecraft had that huge resurgence in like 2019, 2018?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think for FNAF it was like 2020, because that's when all like the purple guy memes started.
Oh,
and
exactly.
then I just started seeing everybody talk about it again. I'm like, all right, where the hell were you guys like during like Ultimate Custom Night, huh, assholes? But
I know, right? Yeah, everything has that kind of ebb and flow.
I did want to talk because I was like curious. Do you like look at like the fan game scene at
yes,
all? Like,
yeah,
all that stuff? Okay.
I love fan games. I've been showing a lot of them to my girlfriend. It's been fun. We've just been playing through a ton of the big ones.
Mostly how it goes is whenever I do a FNAF video or something like that, which is very rare, my girlfriend is like, please let me watch, please. Or like, she's like, can you please make a FNAF video again so I can watch you play these games? I'm like, I felt so bad because I was like, yeah, I'm doing a FNAF video next. And it was FNAF EXE games. And she's like, this is not FNAF. I'm like,
this is not what I wanted.
I know it's not. But yeah, no, I mean, I love fan games in general.
Yeah, same.
I mean, horror fan games kinda, I consider that the same thing. But I always love talking about FNAF fan games because I feel like everyone has a very unique perspective on what their favorites are. I'll give an example, and this is gonna sound really bad, but let me give the full context as well.
All right, yeah.
One of my first guests said their favorite was Dormitibus, but it was a remake of it.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and it was kind of funny too because I'm pretty sure that ended in like horrificness as well.
Yeah, I remember hearing that it was like, oh, we're gonna remake this game, take all the weird stuff out of it, like the original shitty creator isn't involved, and then like someone outed as being shitty in the remake, and it all kind of fell apart.
That was so funny because I remember thinking like, oh yeah, he brought up or like they brought up that they liked this remake of Dormitibus. Maybe I'll check it out. I check it out, just like concerning so and so creator of this. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, like the controversies page on the wiki article, not a good sign.
But what do you think like some of your favorites are, like out of the bunch? It doesn't have to be like, oh, this is my overall favorite, but maybe there's some that like do certain things cool. And you're
yeah.
That's cool.
I really like the Radiance ones, like the 2020 Five Nights at Treasure Island remake. That one's fun.
Oh yeah.
And the Chuck E. Cheese one, that's a fave of mine too. Yeah, like the remake. That one's super fun. I really like what they do. I like the vibes they put forth. I don't know if they've released anything recently, but I'm a big fan of those two for sure.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot recently. I definitely watch like other YouTubers like play as much, because I just like sometimes I just don't have the patience for a FNAF game. Like sometimes I'll be like, I want to play so many of these, and some days it'll be like, I'm not going past night 2. I'm not doing this.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, no, the Chuck E. Cheese one is really cool though. I know that one blew up. I saw like a million clips like on TikTok where it'll be like, you can't close the door in this game. Be like, look at what this guy's doing. He's like holding the door up or whatever. And it was like, oh my God. And I was like, okay, wait, I gotta check out this game. And then I found out it was a Chuck E. Cheese, like Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese remake. And I was like, my God, people still remember that game?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same as you, where I like the retakes on old concepts, like the Treasure Island got like a big remake recently, like Obitu. What am I talking about?
Oblitus Casa. I think that's the sequel to the remake, and the sequel is just an original thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like those concepts, I think. I mean, I'm an EXE fan. I think like remaking old shitty things is kind of like that's my forte.
I love it too. I always enjoy seeing what people do with old stuff.
And then another favorite one of mine to ask, because it's always really unique answers. What are your least favorites? For whatever reason.
I mean, obviously there's like, poorly made ones that kids make.
Yeah.
So there's billions of those, but I don't know.
I always see that as kind of like the cop-out answer as well.
It is,
like when it comes to anything. Like I did like a EXE game video recently talking about the problems. I was like, I could so just easily like find some random games on Scratch and be like, look at these dumbass kids, look what they're making. But
oh yeah, not to get into like YouTuber drama or whatever, but there's a lot of YouTubers I see out there that cover like fan games that are obviously made by children. And, they always preface it like, oh, don't harass these people and stuff. But then they just like tear into the game made by like a 7-year-old. And it's like, did you really need to do this?
7?
Literally. Like
they're playing on like Scratch or something, or like a game maker.
Yeah. It's like, I know you preface with like, don't harass them. That's great. But you're still like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
There's such an easy way to navigate those kind of games. Because, bringing it up immediately again, EXE games, I've talked about some that are most likely made by someone who's younger. And, like, the best thing you could do is, you point out the good things. Like, I always point out that, like, these people, like, it had soul, like they wanted to make a game, and like that's awesome. And it's like obvious that they are trying, well in some cases, and then like offering constructive criticism. It's so simple. It is so simple, but it's crazy. And like I said, I also don't like any YouTuber drama. I see other YouTubers like playing like very obviously like games that are made by kids or whatever, and they're like, this is a cringe, bro. This is like, I don't even know why I played this. And they like titled the game like worst game I've ever played, like or something. And be like, make sure not to harass anyone involved. Yeah, it's like the exact same thing.
Yeah, it's like saying. I feel like you have to do more than just have that caveat. You gotta approach it with a better angle, Yeah. But
I'm sure with your content is fine though. Funko, you asshole, you made like
Springtrap
plush.
No, yeah, if it was a little kid making all those, I would have so much more love for it.
It turns out there's like just like one person's like child at Funko HQ like drew up those designs. Get like email, it's like, my child just died of a broken heart because of you. Great going.
I feel like that would be like a sweatshop at that point. I don't know.
Take a picture. They're like in the Family Guy pose on the ground.
Damn, can't believe Bizabizow did that.
He just wanted to make a Springtrap plush. Why would you do this?
Yeah, that would break my heart. I would stop making videos at that point.
No, you just say like L dead kid, you keep going or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, while we're on the topics of plush, I have a lot of questions I wrote down for this. It's always like, I consider myself pretty good at thinking of questions, but I feel like with other content creators, I think of like way more for some reason. I don't know why, but you talk about plushes. So I was curious, kind of like across like all the ones you've come across for Five Nights at Freddy's, like what are ones that have stood out to you from like any companies, any character, whatnot?
Very common answer, but Sanchi's original line are like still the best. I think everyone who has ever talked about FNAF plushes has said that, but it is true. I enjoy them.
I have my Sanchi. He's not
Yo,
original.
he's not original, but
this is crazy. They put magnets in his hand. I've never seen a plush do that. And then it turned out that like everything did that, like in the FNAF plushes, like the hex ones. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the hex ones is kind of their big thing. I haven't. The hex ones are also look very good. I haven't bought any, but I love what they're doing in general.
My only issue is how expensive they are. That was like, I think the one I have the Shadow Freddy I showed you earlier. That was like $65. It's like, yeah, Goodness. I don't really want to spend that much ever for a plush, like again.
Yeah, unfortunately, like to make them good, you gotta do that. Even with my own concepts, I think I said in like the first video. Maybe I need to reiterate it, but like if they were to actually, make these changes and make them more high quality, it would make the price go up. Because like the reason that they're so cheap is because they're cheap, But yeah.
You ended up doing your own plush too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a makeshift plush. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think our campaigns were running at the same time. I remember seeing that. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
That's ties. Yeah, my. Anyways, continuing on. I do have, and I put it in my videos. I don't know if you've ever seen the background. I have this that my girlfriend made me.
I've seen that in the background. That's so cute.
This guy. I always get comments being like, how can I get one of those? I'm just like,
yeah.
You're not. Maybe one day I'll take another crack at it. I have better ideas I'd like to do for a plush other than my character. That was just, I wanted to do something for 100K. Everybody, like in my comments, anyone who'd asked for like merch, it would always be a plush. And I was like, I'll give a crack at it. Didn't happen, but that's okay. I have this guy. I'm just
you can always try again in the future.
Yeah. What else do I have? Let me just like, oh shit.
Show and tell.
All right, I got this one.
Oh my god.
And I got my, oh yeah, you want to see like the bite marks in it?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to show it off to this camera and then.
I think I can kind of see it. Yeah,
It's on like his hand too. It's
oh
like
my god, no,
I
see that. I see that.
It was like in a crate or something and then they like sold it on eBay. Oh, my camera went out of focus. I have this guy.
No way.
I know, right? I'm not even like the biggest Garn fan, but I like Carr and he's chilling off.
Me neither. I see Carr everywhere on Twitter though.
I really need to beat that game. I just don't have the time to sit down. I got Stewie.
oh hell yeah. I also noticed your Brian drip there. I forgot to mention that.
Hold on. It always unclasped. This is an old necklace. I don't know if it's common knowledge, but do you know how I got this or ended up getting this?
No, I don't.
And I don't know if, I'm sure people have noticed by now. I wear this in like every public appearance, every like appearance online that I have.
That's great.
And the reason for it, let's go back to the year 2021. I would always go on this website called King Ice because they always had big, goofy, like dripped out necklaces like this. And I always thought it was so dumb. Now I kind of want their Sonic necklaces. They have a metal Sonic one that looks so nice, but it's like $120. I'm like, I can't do that. Anyways, they had a Family Guy line at one point, like almost 4 years ago, and it was Stewie, the evil monkey, and then Brian Griffin. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So,
that's amazing.
This was years before I blew up. 3 years before, or 2 years, I don't know. And I had maybe like not even 200 followers on Twitter. And I make a tweet, and I'm like, 500 likes, and I'll buy the Brian Griffin necklace. It was just like a little funny tweet. It got some decent traction for it. It was like 90 likes or something like that at one point. I was like, oh, like that's kind of cool. Get like a little like funny tweet popped off, and then somebody did something that changed the course of that tweet. They tagged LS Mark. And I don't know if you know the creator LS Mark.
Yeah, I know.
He's a very big Brian Griffin fan. He quote retweeted and was like, oh, I need one of these. And then the tweet shopped like 4,000 likes. And I was like, well, shit, I have like a little retail job. This is going to be like a third of my paycheck. But I'm a man of my word.
Yeah,
so I bought
it's so worth it.
My parents asked how much it was. I think I lied and I said like $20.
Oh yeah.
In reality,
because I
got it with like a 25% discount. It was like $90. It was like the biggest purchase I like had made at the time.
Oh man.
So I vowed to myself to get my money's worth. I would wear it in like every single video. And I kind of just never stopped. It broke at one point. His head like just went.
No.
I was I was going to a Halloween party my freshman year of college, and I was like, I need something funny. And so I grabbed it and I dropped it on my carpet, and it just went like, pop.
No, poor little Brian.
It was like this far too. It wasn't even, but anyways, those are all my plushes. I'm gonna have to set all that up again. There's a Monty Gator up there as well. He's pretty chill.
Oh hell yeah.
Anyways, we completely deviated, but go
no
ahead.
worries. I was gonna say, if you ever see that site ever releases like a Homer the Homer drip or something, you gotta let me know. There's ever a Simpsons line.
I actually don't know. Simpsons King Ice. They
That'd
might.
be so funny.
They had a Duff beer.
No way.
Is it so, unless you want to buy from planetofthevapes.com?
That's exactly the kind of store I'd expect selling that, to be honest.
Bad to the Bart necklet. Hold on, I gotta send some of these. These are amazing.
Oh,
Founder,
man.
throw these up on screen as I post them in general.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Bad
one
to
was
the Bart.
unreleased. Wait, this one's crazy. Wasn't there like a rapper? There was like a rapper who had like a gigantic, maybe it was like Lil Uzi Vert or something, had a giant like iced out Bart Simpson necklace.
That's incredible.
Iced out chain. It was like huge. I swear on my life there was a rapper who had that.
That's so funny.
Yes, it was Gucci Mane. That's who it was. Okay.
No way.
Founder, throw this up on screen too. This is a crazy picture.
That's like withered Bart. What is that? It's like Phantom Bart. Why does he look like that?
That's petrified Bart.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Something about Simpsons and Duff beer? I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, that does get me into one of my other questions. You do a lot of like, not professionally, I don't think, but you just like do voice acting stuff. Is there anything like particular that like got you into like impression stuff? Because I don't think I've ever had anyone like that on the show who's done stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I ever since I was a kid, I loved trying to do voice impressions. Just kind of became a thing. I just wanted to mimic, character.
You wanted to what?
Say that again. I I wanted to do the voices of the things I liked, and I just kind of did a lot of practice of it, and I don't know.
What were
I still
some
do
of
it
the
to
ones
this
you
day.
did?
I kind of worked on my Sonic for a long time. That was a big one. I tried that like as a kid, when my voice wasn't really developed, but I've done that one for a while. I can't really think of any others.
You still do a Sonic?
Yeah. I do Sonic.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you do anything. So I'll be like, all right, now do Knuckles the Echidna or something like that. But
yeah, Kermit the Frog. I gotta make one of those like. That was a big thing back in like the 2010s. It was like 100 impressions in 30 seconds.
Need that. All this AI voice stuff, it has nothing on all of like the Bart Baker videos.
Exactly.
Was that what it's saying? Yeah. And then obviously like if it weren't for impressions, would we have gotten what was it? Memories featuring like 100 cartoon characters. It's like
that one's my favorite.
Oh
it's
my
so
god,
beautiful. Hasn't that guy like gone off the map since then? He hasn't like
I don't know
uploaded since then.
That video is so funny because I like would like vocal stim that video for like years, and because of it I didn't learn a Quagmire impression. I learned how to perfectly imitate the Quagmire impression that was in that video.
I do that too.
With like 3 people I knew, and it was just like they always be like, "Oh my god, it's like perfect." I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I did that, but
I think I'm kind of notorious for my bad Homer that I do bad on purpose. I think that's like an amalgamation of a ton of other people's Homer impressions, and it just kind of snowballed into that.
I knew you did the what was it, the Scatman one? That one popped up like 500 times on my Twitter feed or something. Yeah. And I think that's how I was like, oh wait, no, I know this person. Like I know her, but
That's wild. Seeing people that I like don't follow me or don't know me post that. It's like, oh my god.
I think some of my friends even like know about that stuff. There's something going around right now. I say that like it's like a virus. It may as well be.
Yeah.
The Gomer account. Have you seen that?
Yes, I love Gomer.
It's I like both hate and love him because I think it's hilarious, but also it's just like, where did this guy come from? I have not liked a single Gomer tweet, and somehow he's all over my feed. I'll be like, Gomer.
That might be my fault. Sorry, my bad.
You're retweeting all the Gomer stuff?
Yeah, I'm spreading the virus.
I mean, he is like a virus. He like infects everything with like yellow, and then he's like Gomer.
Yeah. Kind of the new Ouija.
Oh my god, that is just You ever see like those tweets where like the kids yearn for blank? That's literally just
the kids yearn for Ouija.
It's literally just Ouija. Oh my god.
Yeah.
We've come full circle to YouTube poops.
We have. We have.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you've seen the He Got the Dud. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, no, I love that.
That's literally just Ouija. That's just the Ouija virus, but in Simpsons form. It's beautiful.
So it's funny you mentioned Ouija. I think I mentioned it in a video once. When I was, I guess like this was like over a decade at this point. I was obsessed with this channel called Animation Rewind. Did you ever like know who those guys were?
That rings a bell.
They were like Diet Death Battle for a while. Like they would do like matchups, but they would do it with like anyone. So it'd be like Rabbids versus Minions. But they also like their big thing is they do like unofficial character, so it'll be like Sonic versus Sonic.exe. And then like Ouija versus Sonic was like a big one, and then like he just kept ramping it up, and they were like the biggest events in my childhood. Be like MLG characters versus YouTube poop, and some of them were animated, looking back on it, not very well. Like you could tell when it was him doing the animation, and then when he bring in like super talented animators to be like, this is like Gabe N and Morshu from like the CDI games, like battling out in like beautiful 3D animation. What is happening, you know?
It's so lovely.
But yeah, I became obsessed with Ouija because of that. And like in 6th grade, I would put pictures of Ouija at the end of like all of my assignments. But that you just reminded me of that. They would have like
amazing
forms for Ouija, like God Ouija, and he'd be like orange, and it'd be like Hyper Sonic. And I just went down like a whole like Winter Soldier like flashback. Oh my god.
Power scaling Ouijas.
I was also curious because obviously you talk about FNAF and then you know of my existence. Are there any other like horror games or franchises or whatever that you're like into, indie fan games like AAA, anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of into like a lot of indie horror. I enjoyed Kinito Pet. That was fun. Yeah. There he is. Yo.
Do I have? Yes, right here. Hold on. Sorry, I have just I love showing things off. I have to, but I have a little keychain.
Oh, that's so cute. I love that. Is he? No, is he jingling around?
Yeah,
in there?
yeah. It's like a little. Oh wait, which camera am I looking at? Okay, he's like a little.
Oh, he's like in goop.
My other camera.
Put him in the goop.
I was gonna try and put this on my keys, but the last thing I need is Kinito Pet like escaping with his liquids into my pocket. So.
Yeah, that would be awful. That just like cracked open. But
it's like a plastic. It's weird. I thought it was gonna be like a solid like plastic, like those water keychains. You know, it's like a plastic star or something. There's a little like fella.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm into a lot of like the kind of creepypasta stuff too. My knowledge of EXE stuff is pretty much limited to your videos.
Really?
Yeah. No, I've watched a lot of.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
It's just weird when other creators say they watch my stuff, because I'm like, are you sure?
No, I love your vids, but yay. But I love like a lot of the kind of offshoots of that I'm trying to think of examples, like the Mario like ROM hack creepypasta, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's that one with like the scary Peach in the woods. What's that one called?
Oh, Coronation Day?
Coronation Day. I love that one. That one's so fun. I love a lot of those types of kind of creepypasta fan games.
I always just call them horror fan games. They're just horror games, because
yeah.
And like I think we were talking about this. I don't remember if we were recording or not. We might have been. When people call things like EXE games when they're just like not, and it's like it irks me. And a lot of ROM hacks fall into that. It's like, no, they're not EXE games. Like, unless they have EXE or a file extension like in it, or they preface it's an EXE game, just call it like a horror game. Just call it a horror fan game. Call it a creepypasta game even.
Yeah.
Like that. But I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah.
Have you deep dived into anything for like? So I don't really catch your streams too often, but have you done anything like that yet?
No, I haven't played much of. I don't think I've played like anything outside of FNAF horror wise on stream. But
if you ever want like someone to deep dive into some of that stuff with you, I can build you like the funniest lineup of games possible. Okay, maybe not funny. Let me say like, I'm gonna send you the worst things I could possibly find.
Yeah. Hit me with BrianGriffin.exe.
Oh,
I gotta play it.
I wish. I'm still on the hunt for a Family Guy horror game. It has to exist out there somewhere. I want to make like a whole deep dive video on like, is there a Family Guy horror game?
I know there is a FNAF fan game that's Family Guy, and it's
Five Nights at
about
Quahogs.
No, it's about the horse. Like, you know the meme that's like, Peter, the horse is here. It's about that horse. I think he's like roaming around the house. I think I saw a video about it like once. That's like the most of my knowledge, but
I like to just go through Game Jolt sometimes when I'm bored, and I remember I think I made a tweet about it. I found this one that was like realistic pictures of like Peter, Joe, Quagmire, and Cleveland, and it said like Five Nights at Joe's or something. I was like, I am not downloading this shit.
Yeah,
but
I'm not playing that.
Yeah, no, I feel like, and I try to do it with my videos as well. Not a lot of people, at least in the community nowadays, know about a lot of like the older stuff. And it's even weird saying older stuff because I'm saying older isn't like anything before 2018. Like, I don't consider stuff from like 2017, 2018, 19, even 2020 old, but I see people in the community do, and like that's fine. Like, a lot of people came in after Friday Night Funkin', and that's great. I mean, it helped give me a job, so I can't really complain.
Yeah.
But I am happy that out of all the niches I liked to talk about, something like this was the one that I was like given the opportunity to talk about, because there's so much stuff people don't know about within the community. Like, I doubt many people know about Hotel Mario 6. So I'm given the opportunity to make a big video about scary Hotel Mario. That's awesome, right?
The world is so beautiful.
The world is so perfect and gorgeous.
Yeah.
We have CDI Peach jump scare, and then she opens your disk drive on your computer.
Wonderful.
If we do end up doing that, do you know how to set up virtual machines, possibly?
I've never done that. I'm
okay, I'll take that into consideration then. Never mind. I know ones that'll blue screen your computer.
Oh my god, I've seen stuff about that where they try to.
Yeah, you ever want to Vanilla the Rabbit to blue screen your computer? I can hook you up.
Of all the characters to do that, why her?
Yeah, I don't know. She's bored.
She's just bored. Yeah, being a single mother is hard.
Yeah, you have to like go like ruin people's days. You have to like tip over their computer or something.
Yeah. That's the Sonic version of like being a Karen and going out and harassing a Target employee. That's her version of that.
But yeah, no, I'd totally be down for that. I can craft you an elegant lineup. Some great stuff. A lot of like the popular stuff is kind of like samey as well. So
yeah.
But anyways, like let's say, like, for indie horror games, are there any, like you said, Kanito Pet, but like any others that you say like are your favorites?
I also recently played Mouthwashing for the first time because I've seen people talk about it, on Twitter, and I finally got around. I think I watched a playthrough of it and then I played it, and that one's pretty fun. I enjoy that one a lot.
Yeah, I have it. I got it from my friend for a Christmas gift. That's another one I get requested like all the time outside of creepypasta stuff to like talk about that. And I'm just waiting for like the perfect moment to play it. I don't know when that is. I have kept myself blind to everything. Recently I just finished a game called Slay the Princess, if you'd ever heard about that.
I have heard of that.
I feel so bad because it's like a different version now. It's like, I think it's called the Pristine Cut or something. It's like just a revamp.
Interesting.
But I got an original game key for that back in 2023. Like, I got an email, then I just never touched it, and I kind of felt bad, and I was like, okay, I have to play it at some point. And here we are a year and a half later, and I was like, no, that was a good game. I'm not like a big visual novel guy, but I thought it was solid. But
yeah.
Mouthwashing's on my list 100% because that one blew up.
Yeah. And I will say on that one, there's kind of a big problem with it, I think, in general. Just some of the subject matter of it isn't treated well in the community.
I've heard the fan base does not, and I've seen... I don't even know. Didn't like Asmongold get involved at some point or some shit like that?
I have no idea. If
like,
that
he was like
name...
talking about fan art or something. He was like, "What's wrong with these guys?" Like, no. You wipe your gum blood on the wall, man. I will never take anything you say serious. You didn't know that? No. He had like some gums infection that make his gums bleed. He would like take the blood and just wipe it on the wall next to him.
Oh,
that's a real thing. Fonder, throw up like 5 pictures of that. No.
Yeah, no. Oh man, yeah. Anytime I see that dude's face or hear his name, I just check out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man.
I just try not even to like give him any energy ever, because it's just he's Asmongold. Like,
yeah,
I just see that one line. Yeah,
the little roach house dweller. You don't gotta think about him.
The roach house. He really should. Wait, he wouldn't play mouthwashing.
Oh, that's so right.
He got scared off by the title. Okay.
Oh.
That's why he got involved. He was too scared. He's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're kind of nearing like the end here, but like to say, with all of my guests, I like to ask a what if question of who would win in a fight. And I have tailor-made one for you.
Ooh.
So, get my list up too.
Rubbing my hands together.
Who do you think would win in a fight? So Springtrap, after he like eats at like a local diner, you know how like after you eat at a restaurant, you're kind of like bloated. You're like, oh, I can never think of food again.
Oh,
and you get home and you eat your leftovers anyways.
Oh yeah,
like, That's how Springtrap is right now. He just like he's going to his car. Or Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson, but he's bloodlusted. He's out to kill. Who would win?
Man.
This is in the parking lot of like the diner too. Take your time. I know it's a very intricate question.
My mind thinking like, too deep into things. How did they let Springtrap into the restaurant? That's my question.
Well, he's a paying customer like everyone else. What the hell?
He just wandered in and they just didn't bat an eye.
It's like, oh, what's your drink menu?
Yeah.
You're working your minimum wage like waitress job, and fucking Springtrap's at the counter. He's like, I'll take the Grand Slam. You're at like a Denny's or some shit.
He's the only guy in the world that would enjoy that.
Enjoy Denny's?
Yeah, like thoroughly enjoy Denny's.
This is like right after the fire too. He just like escaped like the FNAF 3 location. He's like, damn, I'm hungry.
That's the thing. I feel like if Homer has a goal, he can get it done. Like, usually he's lazy, but if he has a specific goal in mind, especially if it's bloodlust, I think he would probably get the job done. especially if Springtrap is disadvantaged.
Yeah, he's pretty full right now. I don't think he can like move around too much.
Yeah. Although Springtrap does come back from like every death though, so
does he? I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Oh yeah, like something. Yeah, I don't know.
Like I'm always returning.
I always be returning. Yeah.
I always be. He's like about to like die. He's like, I always be returning.
Yeah, they should have said that in the FNAF movie.
Oh, that would have been crazy. It's like this really was the I really springed this trap.
I don't know if you can say that.
And then Homer. Oh.
I'm joking.
I forgot what I was about to say next. I was gonna say that like Homer says dough or something. Let's end this. Okay, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
Bizabizow on at YouTube, and on Twitter I am it's Bizabizow.
It'll all be up on the screen right here somewhere.
Yippee.
I don't know, maybe on that side. But yeah, no, thank you for coming out. Had some fun. You got any final thoughts you'd like to share with the people listening?
Not really. How do you do? I don't know. Can
Homer end us out? I said I want to ask, but I kind of want to.
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. It's the end of this fucking podcast episode. I'm going to go drink enough beer and fuck my wife.
He really said that. It's real.